All right, we're off. Welcome back, y'all, because we're in Texas, and this is the Davy Crockett stage race. This is the Stage 2 Criterium, and man, what a fun time. Uh, this is a repeat trip. Made the journey last year, won a coonskin cap, and came back this year for some more. Um, some of the players in this field. Mike Vitale, who just moved out of frame in the rear view. And there's my teammate Richard Gable. There's Mike's teammate there in the pink. Um, and that might be Mike actually. And then there was a couple other teams in this thing. I think I was a minute up going into this stage two. They had a time trial. It's like 7, 8 miles out and back. And if you didn't run a TT bike and used wheels that were less than 65 or 60 millimeters deep or less, then you get a 30-second Merckx bonus. And so I think I ended up a minute on second place in the GC after the time trial, after the Merckx bonus. So I think I was faster without it, but then that 30-second bonus just gave me a nice gap there. This is a fun crit. Last year we didn't do a crit. Last year it was 2 road races. Those videos are up on the channel, and if I get really good, I'll throw a little button up here somewhere on the screen if you want to check those out, or maybe I'll just show them at the end as suggested videos. Um, but this is the road race. This is downtown Crockett, coming up on the first lap. It's a sort of oval. You can see the shape of the map there, up in the upper left. I don't know why yeah, I guess the dot's been there. And they're ringing preems just about every other lap once we got started. I talked to the USAC official. She was from Dallas, and I said, "Man, it sounded like my alarm clock was getting into the race, all that bell ring." And she's like, "I like to get them out of the way." And so she said, "I rang them every other lap until we're out of preems." Now there was no time bonus preems. They were all they were actually a few of the preems were for a free steak from the butcher shop, and I don't know if there's any correlation to the cattle that were killed and blocking the road when Richard and I drove into Dallas, or drove in from Dallas into Crockett on Friday night. We had to stop, and Richard got out to survey the damage. He comes back in the truck and he says, "There's bodies all over the road." And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, cattle." And a couple cars had hit some cows in the road, and so I don't know if those are the same cows that they butchered and were giving us preems, but there were steak preems. I didn't get any of the preems. The race stayed together pretty good for maybe the first 20 minutes or so. I kept kind of attacking, kind of see who was going to try what. Um, did we let these guys up the road? I was too busy talking about the dead cows in the road to remember what happened here. I think I was trying to let some guys go, and then maybe I'd bridge up to them versus just attacking off the front solo and hoping someone comes with me. And so we're getting going here. It was super windy too. I mean, it looks beautiful out. It was beautiful out, but this is the Houston County Courthouse, not Houston, Texas, Houston County on the left that we loop around here. But those ribbons you see there in the screen, how bad they're flooded. Those ribbons are blown so hard it blew over a couple of those metal barricades that they're tied to. But super safe turn there. You can pedal all the way through that thing. You can kind of pedal through this whole course. Richard and I were fine with it. There was some kind of bumpy pavement, and it turns, I guess, 3 and 4. Um, I guess some people got kind of sketched out to stop pedaling, that kind of thing. But I don't know that there was any mishaps in our race. But we enjoyed it. So kind of sat in. I was pretty well behaved. I think I ate a gel on the first lap. I forgot. I usually eat a gel like 45 minutes before the race starts, and they were a little bit delayed. And started the race, I realized I still had gel in my pocket, so cracked the SIS gel and down that thing on the first lap, and I got one water bottle. I think I ran 2 scoops of SIS Go, which is like their electrolyte um, nutrition in that bottle. There's a little bump right there. That it wasn't bad. You kind of unweight your wheel, and then this. I'm trying to remember the wind direction here. I think this was if I'm echeloning right, it's a left or right going this way, and then it's kind of right to left on the other long straightaway. But there's Mike in my rear wheel. Here comes a guy. He's gonna roll through. A couple guys, you guys. Boom. Get a little move going. I said, I'll jump on that. Um, this guy in front of me, I think it was his I don't know, I chatted with him a little bit in the road race. Super nice guy. Said he was new to kind of racing and but did some kind of race ride, group ride stuff. And it's like tried to give him a couple of pointers he was open to, and stuff that I should follow better, like don't just sit on in a road race if you're in the wind, if you're sitting on the front and you don't have a reason to stop it, don't be, and the other is when these guys would attack, and I'll post the road race video too, um, but some of these guys that attack, they would move up to the front and they would attack from like first or second wheel, and I was trying to tell this guy, like, dude, if you're gonna like throw in an attack, they were attacking me, by the way. um, Little foreshadowing on how this race goes, but I was covering kind of every attack in the road race, and so they were attacking me, but I'm like, dude, if you're gonna attack, like attack 4 or 5 wheels back. See, Mike's good. He's a really good wheel. Probably the best in this field that Richard and I are racing against. I think he finished second in the GC. He got in the break with me in the road race, the second road race for sure last year. And then I lit it up and rode away like 1.5 Ks to go. Um, but he's good, so I'm like, all right, let's do this. Let's do this. We got gap going here. Let's invest in this. Now these guys in the field, they're just alarm bells are going off. They're like, oh geez, Mark Tucker and from California and Mike Vitale's one of the strong guys. If they get up the road, we're all screwed. So we're moving it. Let's go. He kind of elbows me, but I don't know why this didn't stick. Maybe because I didn't pull through. Sorry, Mike. I was tired, bro. So we kind of got a little thing going here. I'm like, all right. So I think I needed to recover a little bit. I might have just done an attack. It's not like me to not pull through. All right, then I go through. But it was strung out, but it hadn't snapped yet. So I think I pulled through an elbow, and then no one wants to come through, so it comes back together. Look at the flag there on the left. We just went by. It's windy. Crosswind. Cross headwind here. Look at our speed slow up. He's trying to come through. I think that's the Kinley Audi team. These guys had a guy in contention. One of their teammates who raced with last year. I thought he was going to be there. Good guy, Joe McCracken. He wasn't here this year, so I don't know. Missed seeing him, but remembered a lot of these guys from last year, and we had a good time. Man, everyone in Texas is so dang friendly. I love this state. California, the weather's pretty on point. Pretty much all over the state. But other than that, man, Texas is fun. It's nice. This was a cool little town. Up here on the right, past the start finish, is the Moose Hay Cafe, and Richard and I had kind of an early lunch here because we'd done the TT this Saturday, the first day. So we'd done the TT in the morning, and it's a road race. And so we're 9-10 minutes right there, that little yellow building right before the turn on the right was the Moose Hay Cafe. But getting close to getting something. So I mean, I'm staying first, second, third wheel. I want to make a break work. I don't want it to come down to a field sprint. So that's kind of my game plan for like every crit, because I don't know. I try I try to ride crits like a road race, right? I just want to get up the road. Um, want to finish with no holes in my kits or holes in my skin. I think I put in a little attack here going into this corner just to see, or maybe I just pulled around, I guess. Because I'm pedaling all the way through. I'm using my cadence, but you hear the free hubs, in the field behind. You know, if you know you're not going to pedal strike and you can, go into the corner first where you can control your line. I think it's better to keep your cranks moving um, than to coast and then have to pedal, after the exit of the corner. I think it's easier on your legs. So here, kind of bump it up a little bit. Okay, all right, little gap here, sort of. And then this guy kind of attacks through, and I kind of like, well, I don't think he's the guy. So kind of hesitate for a minute, let him get up through. But then he corners kind of slow here, so I'm close the gap down with 62 watts, and then I'm like, oh, I'll just come over the top of you. I'll show you what it looks like. So I crank it up here, and when you have decent fitness and you can cover an attack, and then when they're fading, you just go over the top of them. That's a good way to get the breakaway going, and make sure you're in it. These are lap riders here, or I think these aren't guys in the race. They were just going kind of from A to B, probably to their car. I think same with the guy in front. He might be a lap rider. Okay, a little free hub there. Maybe I don't pedal through every. Yeah, this guy is he's down a lap. So we come through and I crank it up, 400 or 500 watts, and kind of get over this little riser and try to get some speed going. I'm like, let's go. And Mike's a good brake mate, so he'll work with me. So he puts in a little dig here. I didn't feel like it was, or I think maybe we're back together. We're getting close. We're getting close. So this crit was 50 minutes. The start, they said, we're a little behind schedule. Does anyone object if we shorten it to 45 minutes? I was lying up in the front, and I was the only hand that went up. And she's like, what's your objection? I said I flew her from California for a 50-minute crit. And she said, enough said, 50 minutes. And everyone kind of groans. But I don't know. I mean, it's supposed to be 50 minutes. That's what was advertised. So um, that's what I thought it should be. Plus, I got decent fitness. I got this, stage race. And if I can get in a break, I can bank some time on the field if it's a longer race. I think we got a little split, but I think it came back together. And so now, that's a pretty good little dig there. Kind of open it up on him and stay in it. He's trying to get in the draft. Can he do it? He can do it. He did it. But I'll pull all the way through. Let's stretch it out. We've got to stretch it for it to snap. So. So I think we got four guys here. Um, we got it gapped, but sometimes if you want a break to happen, you got to do it yourself. So I mean, I don't know why we're churning at 20 miles an hour, but let's attack through here and get it going. Or I don't know. Maybe these guys were just they were kind of on the limit, just covering that attack, and so they didn't have the fitness to go through. Um, I think this guy was in contention. I didn't appreciate that. I don't like the hand through there. That kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Like, dude, elbow flick. I don't need you to stick your hand out and after use or wave. So, um, sidebar. But I don't know. He probably didn't mean anything by it. I'm just not used to seeing that. When we race, it's just an elbow flick, and guy might pull through, he might not. He's riding his own race, and you're riding yours. But little hand thing's a little different, I guess. So. And I mean, I felt like I had good fitness. This was an A race for me. So I kind of put my race calendar together and working with my coach Tony Wolf, ATP coaching. We did prioritize the race mark, A races, B races, and C races, and you know, well, why can't they all be A races? Because that's not how your fitness works, Mark. So, okay, well, if I'm gonna fly to Texas to Dallas, drive 2.5 hours to Crockett, um, racing this race, it's going to be an A race. I wanted to win it again. I won it last year. I wanted to come back and do it again. And so, I think Tony, structured my workouts to where I would be at, you know, pretty high up on peak fitness for this one. So, um, I mean, I could have rode away solo maybe, but I just, why? And then if I get caught, and who knows if I'm waxed and someone comes over the top of me. Um, but I think this is a strong dig. I mean, this is a section where these guys are going 21 miles an hour. I was 31, 30, 28, 27. So um, I really stretched out here. I think this might have been the where the break was established. Um, there's groups trying to bridge up. This guy was strong, a really strong guy. He did some good efforts, good work in the road race the following day as well. But he pulls through, and I think we kind of keep it going. So me and you, let's do it. Is he doing good? He says no, and so well, I'll pull more than you. But I wanted to get it going. So at this point, it kind of looks like it's going to be me and you, uh, me and this guy. But at some point, I think Mike Bridges up here, Mike Vitale, and kind of see a guy back. I can't see behind him who's up here, but yeah, it is Mike. So I'm okay. Towing this guy around if someone can bridge up, and then I can get a recovery off of their pull. Um, so I kind of show everyone the finger, everyone on TV. Um, I'm getting low. I'm getting arrow. Fighting this headwind. So it looks like we got four guys. A guy didn't make it. Only three guys. So poor guy. He almost bridged up, and I just didn't quite get there. Now we're opening it back up. So Mike takes a little dig. And, now we're 19 minutes in. We're not quite to the halfway point of the race, but this is a good duration, a good time in the race to get that breakaway to stick, because you don't want to ride a 45-minute breakaway when you've got a stage race. When you've got a road race the following day, you're trying to use fitness, trying to, but not waste it. And I'm willing to go pretty deep at this point to get this break going because I see Mike here, and I thought we had other dude with us too, but he's struggling back there. I don't think he takes any pulls. Um, but I bump it up to 30 on the front stride here and roll through. See that wind blowing. It kind of buffets you because it some of the taller buildings right next to you kind of don't feel it, and then you go through those little intersections and it hits you. It really hit right here through that second turn. You start echelon left, and then you'd want to go right because it was a left to right here. But I jumped right back on it. See the flags blowing there, right to left. I said left to right, but you can see the wind. Yeah, a little headwind on that flag there. So kind of right to left headwind. As your speed really slows up here. All right, so that's it. This is the breakaway. We stay away. Bought some race photographs, and I'll put the Instagram handle of the photographer in the description of the video if you want to check out and support his photographs. I try to buy photos, um, at the races to support these photographers. Um, so we're going now. Let's crank it up. It's one of the shots here. Um, I'll cut to the last lap here, but that's we're trying to get time gaps here. I'm going, what's a time gap? I'm like, give me fingers because I can't hear you with the wind and everyone's yelling. So here we are coming into Bell Lap. One lap to go, set a lap car left. I kind of pulled Mike around for the last most. He just wasn't feeling it, but I just there wasn't any point in dropping him. I'm okay towing him around and agreed that you know I would go up the road on the last lap, ensure that he didn't get caught, um, and allow him to get some GC time. He didn't have a great TT um, stage earlier today. He had some mechanical issues that they kind of hurt him. So this really helped him from a GC standpoint because coming into this, I don't know that he might have been, if I'm a minute up and so second place, you know, he might have been 4 minutes down on me. I don't know, but it's a good job, man. We get a little fist bump and then I'll crank it up and just empty the tank here. Um, on the last half of the lap, you kind of see. Um, except on the corner, I'm like, I always feel like, if I'm solo up the road on Bell Lap, don't crash, dude. That's like the worst. Um, I didn't, but kind of took it easy. And then I'm just kind of dumping watts now here, try to make it look fast for the guys watching, whatever. So come across the finish, coming in here, and I think I put. I don't know what this guy was doing, but anyway, went around him. I think I put 2 minutes on the field. I'll cut to the field sprint because I was able to go back around the building, post up at the barricades with my front GoPro and capture the finish there. So there's the win. Um, I kind of just did a one hand post up when the wind was blowing. I was afraid to take both hands off the bars. So I kind of come around the courthouse here and just loop right back around. And I'm going to set up here for the finish. Come back over to the end of the barricades at the start finish. And so I'll post up here. There's me not posting up. I don't know. I thought I posted up, but that was the finishing picture. I guess it's me punching my Garmin to stop it. And there's Mike kind of saying he gave me props. the podium pick. Usually if you're in second place, you hold up your outside arm. Well, he pointed at me. He was super good. He was impressed with my fitness going into this. Um, but I guess I didn't have the finishing sprint, but everyone else kind of finished together, and so kind of same time as far as that goes. Click on the links on the screen. Check out the other race videos. Comment, like, subscribe. I will be posting the road race next, and so I'm going to be, probably 3 minutes up on GC going into that, after the TT win and then the crit win. So stay tuned and keep watching. Thanks.